Good morning, dear students. I will continue with thinkers, beliefs and buildings, cultural developments from 600 BCE to 600 CE. In the last presentation, what we saw was a number of thinkers emerged during mid-first millennium BCE like Zarathustra in Iran, Kongzi in China, Socrates, Plato and Aristotle in Greece, and Mahavir and Gautam Buddha in India. All these try to understand the mysteries of the existence and relation between the human beings and the cosmic order. I will start with the thinker that is Mahavir today. Jainism has 24 Tirthankars. It had the following most important Tirthankars. First one being Rishabhnath. Rishabhnath was the first Tirthankar of Jainism. According to a tradition, he was a king. He left his throne for his son named Bharat. Parshavnath, he was the 23rd Tirthankar of Jainism and was the son of Ashvasen, the king of Kashi. He renounced the world at the age of 30. He attained true enlightenment after a deep meditation for only 3 months. He spent the rest of his life as a Dharam Guru. He attained Nibbana at the age of 100. Mahavir was preceded by 23 Tirthankars. He was the 24th and the last Tirthankar of Jainism. Was born at Vaishali in the 6th century BCE. His childhood name was Vardhaman. The name of his father was Siddharth and the name of his mother was Trishila. He was married to Yashodhara when he was quite young and was blessed with a son. He left his house at the age of 30 and practiced penance for many years. He attained enlightenment at the age of 42. He spent the rest of his life in preaching religion. He attained Nibbana at the age of 72. The Tirthankars, now who are they? The Tirthankars are teachers who guide men and women across the river of existence. Now let us talk about the main teachings of Mahavir. Main teachings of Mahavira are: the entire world is animated. That is, even stones, rocks and water have life. No injury to living beings, especially to humans, animals, plants and insects. The cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped through karma. Asceticism and penance are required to free oneself from the cycle of karma. This can be attained only by renouncing the world. Therefore, monastic existence is a necessary condition of salvation. Jain monks and nuns must take 5 vows. Firstly, to abstain from killing, that is, to stay away from killing. Secondly, to abstain from stealing. Thirdly, to abstain from lying. Fourthly, to observe celibacy. And lastly, to abstain from possessing property. The spread of Jainism. The teachings of Mahavir were recorded by his disciples. These were in the form of stories which could appeal to ordinary people. Jain scholars produced a wealth of literature in a variety of languages such as Prakrit, Sanskrit and Tamil, and preserved in libraries attached to temples. Gradually, Jainism spread to many parts of India. Many stone sculptures connected with the Jain traditions have been recovered from several sites. Impact of Jainism on Indian thinking. Firstly, it denounced the caste system. As a result, the caste system started to decline. When Brahmins observed the popularity of simple rules of this sect, they also left the customs of animal sacrifice, rituals and other evils. As a result, Vedic religion again came into a simple form. Secondly, stress on non-violence. Jainism gave stress on non-violence. That is why its followers became vegetarian and left eating flesh of animals. Thirdly, building great temples and mutts. Jains built great temples and mutts in memory of their Tirthankars. Jain temple of Delwada, Jain temple of Mount Abu, Ellora caves and Jain temples of Khajuraho are the finest examples of this art. Lastly, progress in literature. This religion helped in making the progress of literature of many languages like Kannada, Hindi, Gujarati and Marathi.